Everybody, it's Invictus. Time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Saturday, Mosh Pit. We had another video across 3,000 likes. Now we're only 13 away from the R-Key Challenge run. Thank you all very much for making it happen. Here is your hilarious Mosh Pet of the day. I say hilarious just because of the title. The title of the thread here sent in by Marker0324 says, funny looking dog. And then in the thread, they also said, this is Monster Truck, my banana ball python. He's only almost a year old and is already more than 2 feet long. Almost every night we watch Sin together. That is awesome and also a little bit terrifying, only because of the fact that it just sounds like he's getting big real fast. I mean, like, I have no problem with snakes. I've dealt with snakes before. They're very cool animals to have. I just wouldn't have one as a pet. It's not that, like, I'm scared of them. I just don't think that the maintenance is worth. I mean, you can't really do much with them. You can't play with them. You can't, like, throw a ball. They have, like, fetch. You know what I mean? Seed Day's gonna be Yankee Yankee, 1 Alpha Juliet, 1 3 X-Ray, and we're starting off with it looks like the Plum Flute and Leech along with C Dizzle. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to go in the curse room here because we don't want to waste our only soul heart. But given the fact that our damage is not incredible, we may not have a choice in that matter of losing the soul heart or not. Tears rate is okay. It's about on par with base Isaac Tears, so no complaints there to start with anyway. But obviously, we're going to want a little bit more than that. And you know, hopefully, our devil deals are better than yesterday because we definitely made do, despite the fact of only taking 1 devil deal item. That we could possibly take in that entire run. You know, it has to be. I gotta say, it's a little suspicious that every time we call the Guppy Curse, we somehow manage to not get a Guppy item despite starting with one. And you know, it's a pattern. I gotta say, there is something to be said for starting with a Guppy item or getting 2 Guppy items and then just never ever even having a sniff of a third one, or in yesterday's case, even a second one. But obviously, with the way that yesterday went down, I think that it was a fantastic ending to what was arguably it was kind of a tense episode. We didn't really have a whole lot going for us, and you know, until we got the God combo trinket of Cancer and Curved Horn, it was really it just came down to us using the shovel and getting the crawl spaces, and also ultimately capitalizing on our insane tears rate with the lead pencil. I'm gonna call Fruity Plum in because I need her to actually take out the ads for us. I don't expect her to do much against Haunt here. If she does a little bit of damage, I'm fine with that. But yeah, she took out the most dangerous part about this fight early on, and I say dangerous in the fact that I just don't want to get hit by Haunt at all. At any point, because again, the most important part about what the start is going to be maintaining our soul heart, and we are more likely than not to get hit by Haunt at the very early stages with all the clown physics and all the floating around that happens with the mini Haunts versus just this phase, which is basically just dodging Brimstone and trying to make sure that we sidestep the split shot. That was very close. I'm not going to use this only bomb that we have, even though I'm very tempted to, because we could use it to get into the secret room. As you see here, our damage is leaves a lot to be desired. Now, coincidentally, we could destroy this rock here in front of us and give access to Haunt with Leech. That would cost us our only bomb here. And the longer that goes on, and this goes for any boss fight in Isaac, the longer you stay in a room, the higher the chance is that you get hit by something. It increases exponentially. Doesn't matter how good you are, just you got to get out of the run. You got to get out of the room as fast as possible. And if we can manage to only get 1 hit here, that'd be fine. We get the box, which is unfortunately, it didn't even give us the soul heart. We do get the Soul of the Keeper, which gave us... All right, so check out this dice room here, off to a fan-schmabulous start. The 4 room is going to give us a global D6, so we really don't want to use that until we are for sure not needing anything off of the boss or in the item room. definitely takes the cake in terms of items that we will gladly reroll. See, Dizzle, we do have 5 cents. We can at least buy something in here. Getting the battery is not a bad shout. Restock, I'm obviously less enthused about just because it does take way too much money to get the value out of restock unless you have Steam sale. At 15 cents that we could buy restock with, we can easily spend on something that's going to benefit us immediately, more so than us having the ability to only buy one certain thing in the shop and then not being able to afford it for an untold amount of time. And the battery here is much better than restock, in my opinion, just because of the fact that we can bank charges. This allows us to use Fruity Plum or the Plum Flute more than once in a boss room, so we can sort of section them out and offset the uses and the charges. That way we can get essentially 2 of them at once without actually overlapping them too much. You see Dizzle, we get the Hierophant card, okay. And some lucky breaks here so far. From last week's question of the episode here, we had a couple people ask about transformations and what would I do differently for them. We've already kind of talked about what transformations I would like to see. I think that there should absolutely be sort of a cyberpunk-ish Robo Isaac with all the tech items. I think that that's something that's definitely needed. Ultimately, having like a Satan form or something like that would be very cool indeed. But that one came in from the last week's episode, which was the What Happened to Isaac episode. I forgot to bring it up on my other monitor before I started. Sorry about that. He's a Fruity Plum Flute here. And people were answering about what happened with Isaac, and apparently what happened was that the friendly flies that Isaac killed triggered Athame, and they just insta-gibbed like a super Athame Isaac, which is something that went beyond what I noticed. We could take all 3 here. I don't mind Rotten Baby, obviously. I will take Lord of the Pit with our 2 red hearts, and then this is just going to refund the cost, essentially, of Abba Dabba Ding Dong. So we get some much-needed movement speed here, a double shot of movement speed. We get good damage here. Now all we really need to get is a little bit of tears rate, and we are going to be very happy. But I am going to re-roll Taurus, and it does affect the shop. So if there's something... Oh, I did not notice there was a library here. Okay. So we definitely want to get the battery now, by any means necessary. I mean, any means necessary here. So we're going to immediately get Bookworm, which is fantastic. I think we're going to stick with the Book of Sinvicta. And then what we're going to do now is just re-roll everything. Hang on a second there, Pimpin'. We got to go get our battery first. I'm not even going to bother trying to look for the secret room. I already placed one bomb that I thought it was there, and it definitely wasn't, so I get the battery. Also grab a soul heart here just for a little bit of safety, and we got ourselves a fantastic start. And let's see what the 4 room gives us in the library. It's just going to give us more books, but we're probably going to end up getting the Book of Shadows or something like that. There you go. So we get Book of Shadows here. Or we could take the Book of Secrets. The Book of Secrets ain't bad. For mapping. You know what? I'm going to take Book of Secrets. Sorry, Book of Shadows. You know I love you. I think we've had a severe lack of mapping lately here. And we are going to get an HP upgrade courtesy of stem cells. So we turn Taurus from something into actually something. Nothing into something. Ooh, stopwatch as well. Maybe we'll get lucky. I think the secret room is pretty much here. It's the only place that it could be at this point. Makes sense anyway. We get 3 keys, okay. Or 3 chests anyway. We got 3 keys, and we get a nickel from the keeper. We could get stopwatch. We do not. We get another soul heart though, so good. Good. This is a very, very strong start now. And what a turnaround. Can I try this wall? But it's been a good weekend, man. It's been so much fun playing Card Shop Simulator. We've had an amazing weekend of Pokemon breaks and Lorcana, and it's just everything right now on the channel I'm very, very pleased with. You know, the Card Shop Simulator videos are still doing very, very well. Again, for a non-Isaac video, every single day it's performing wonderfully, beyond expectations, I would say. So again, I really appreciate everyone who takes the time to go out and make sure that they're clicking the like button on that video. And of course, also here on the main channel with Isaac, you know, Isaac is never ever going to go away. Even if I end up finding a game that's like, for whatever reason, even bigger than Isaac for me, I'm still going to be playing Isaac every single day. The next game that I foresee being absolutely massive would be something like Mugenics, or Isaac 2, but that's not coming out until far after Mugenics. But the Card Shop Simulator stuff has been a surprise hit with the Mosh Pit, and you know, it's actually, again, been sending people to my Twitch channel for actual card breaks, which I do every Friday and Saturday at least. Sometimes we'd even do it on Thursdays, depending on the demand. It's just really cool, you know, being able to introduce people to not only a new game, but also a new hobby that they're really enjoying right now. Lover's card. Just get that bill right back. Yeah, the content, I'm very content with our content of what's been going on in the channel. I think that we've hit another great stride here in the Mosh Pit, and continuing the momentum of going from one game to another. You know, I'm going to be doing, like I said, the Diablo 4 expansion leveling series on the gaming channel. It should be a lot of fun. I do want to play Space Marine 2 some on the gaming channel. I have started to play some of it. I've only gotten through, like, at the time of this recording anyway, 2 or 3 missions in. So I'm not too deep into it. But if I were to do a full playthrough of the game, I would definitely do it from the beginning, because it's like one of those games that's not bad for episodic content, but the missions are already starting to get kind of long. But it's just a cool game to watch. I mean, it's so metal. I still would like to check out Throne and Liberty. I've downloaded it, but I have not played it yet because this weekend has been so busy with the recording sessions and everything else. But you know, it's a really good year for gaming, at least stuff that I enjoy. And we got Monster Hunter, of course. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be absolutely massive. That could be the next big game as well to appear on the channel. Even though Monster Hunter is not really something that I posted a whole lot of, it is a game that is my favorite franchise. I absolutely love Monster Hunter. I love everything about it, and I cannot wait for Monster Hunter Wilds. Gonna be lots of collabs for that game too. I mean, I'm gonna be playing with all my friends, all my streamer friends and YouTube friends that play Monster Hunter. It's gonna be an absolute blast. Dad's Key, or Dad's Coin. I don't want to keep calling it his Key. Range and Luck, woohoo. It's just a good time in the Mosh Pit. And the you know, and everyone who's been joining from either from all the shorts and stuff, that's another sort of branch of the content lately that's been really pumping. And people have been saying they've been seeing it on their TikTok For You page, I've been seeing it on obviously the YouTube Shorts For You page and that sort of stuff. And you know, it really does feel like we've hit another golden era stride here, going on into the holidays, which is just the best time to really start growing and posting banger videos. I couldn't do it without you, so thank you. Thank you all very much. Jupiter, we have enough movement speed, but we don't really need to have the movement down. Jupiter's, the gas attack is phenomenal. If we hadn't maxed out movement speed, I would do it. But it's not something that we need right now. Has Infection. I don't like him in real life, but I do like them in Isaac. It's going to fire off a Booger Tier, which is going to stick to an enemy and just deal constant damage to them. And then once that enemy dies, if the tier is still on them, it will attempt very, very weakly, but it gives it the old college try. It will attempt to hit another enemy that within the close proximity to the target that died with the booger tier on it. Very close to Leviathan already, of course. And money has definitely not been a problem on this run. Use it one more time to get the Book of Secrets to show us where the secret rooms are. We should definitely go back and check out the secret room. You move fast enough, and it's really not that much more time used. We also get to bomb the keeper here, so... There's a tinted rock. Look at that. Potentially 10 cents here, too. Or 5 cents. We do get a tiers upgrade, so absolutely worth it. Look at that. Fantastic. I'm glad I didn't actually buy that because I didn't want the box of friends. So we get a much needed tiers up here from Mr. Dolly. On top of that, we max out our HP. There's even an extra soul heart to go back and get after the devil deal that will totally 100% without a shadow of a doubt get. Right? 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 Rag Mega? Right? Ooh. Gotta do it. Sorry, team. Okay, we get Athame and also get Incubus, which is fine. Sorry to see Dizzle. You didn't lose Rotten Baby, which is good. Lost C Dizzle, and that's, you know, that's just the cost of doing business. But I am totally fine with that. Replacing C Dizzle, Little Chad, we love him, but, you know, he wasn't really doing anything for us, and Incubus essentially doubles our DPS. It's been a good weekend, too, you know. The weather's getting somewhat cooler outside. Going into fall. I wouldn't necessarily say fall is my favorite season. I think it's still winter just because I love the cold. I don't like it too cold now, but I love when it's just dark and gray and just what I like to call Skyrim weather outside. You know, perfect temperature, like 40, anywhere from 35 to 40 degrees. Nice and dreary and gray, and you know, just have it cold outside. Just nice and cold. Those are just my most favorite days, man. They really are. I mean, I say this unironically. It puts me in such a great mood to just know that I can go outside and just enjoy the stillness of the cold air. You know, if I absolutely just need to stay inside and just chill and watch football or play video games or stream, you know, that sort of stuff. It makes everything just happier. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I identify so strongly with the feeling of being cold outside, but also just knowing that there's no sunlight, it's not bright, it's not anything, you know. I don't know. It always puts me in a good mood. It does really remind me of the beginning of Skyrim, and maybe that's also where that feeling comes across, because, you know, Skyrim isn't one of my favorite games, but it is a good game. I think most of my favorite gaming experiences always happened in the wintertime, because growing up, that's all we really had. Now, obviously, we didn't have a winter in Bermuda, but when we moved over to this country, it was quite the shock. Go from a tropical island with only one season to a not tropical island with 4 seasons, 4 very distinct seasons. The pentagram here, which is going to give us the Leviathan transformation, and there's no reason for us to take missing page number 2 here. We are cruising. I think associating it with football too also makes me happy. Just knowing that there's obviously I've got friends that we can hang out, watch some football. spend. I guess it's because for that type of weather also is that everyone mostly stays indoors and they don't really have anything to do, but you can congregate and socialize and stuff. And that combined with the feelings of the holidays and that sort of stuff, you know, that just all of that encompasses stuff that I relate to having it be like cold and dreary outside. And I'm looking forward to it, but we're not there yet. We're not even close to being there yet. A dice room is interesting here. It's a global D20. And we don't have unlimited time here to get to boss rush, but we've got a decent amount of time. Very weird, oddly shaped map so far. Obviously, our killing speed is absolutely phenomenal. Not the best in the world, but it's good enough. I have to make a beeline for hopefully finding the full card in the process. Let's skip the mini boss for now. Athame going ham here. I had a sneaky suspicion we're going to be seeing it next to the item room. Let me know what your favorite season is. I tried my best to get hit by that shot, by the way. What is your favorite season? Do you feel that same way, like I do about cold and dreary weather, or are you a nice and 75 degrees outside with a sunny, beautiful day type person? I like thunderstorms. I like when it rains. I don't like hurricanes, but you know, as long as they don't do too much damage, I don't particularly mind them, I suppose. I just like it when it's stormy outside as well, but still, my ultimate favorite days are just Skyrim days. That's why I think I would love to live in Norway or somewhere like that. Yeah. We take Ibelau 100% of the time here. And we will be taking Kidney Stone as well, so man oh man. Things are lining up to have a real monster run here. Yeah. Back and pick up our 2 of hearts just in case we end up doing something with our red hearts that we currently don't have right now. Definitely want to play the Judgment here. I wouldn't mind getting an HP upgrade. Who knows? Maybe it's the Lucky Toe that's helping us out. Hey, take a sun card. Justice is going to give us a little bit of symbols here. We shouldn't be getting hit by the negative effect right now. A little suspicious of that. I am going to use the potato peeler here just to give us an extra damage upgrade. Not that we really need a damage upgrade, but it's good to have. Curious what was going on with the negative, though. Soul Eve, which we can use against the boss if we really, really wanted to. Okay. One of the soul hearts back here. I don't care too much about the mini boss. There's not really a mini boss that I would even want or need anything out of at this point. I'm going to go in the curse room because it's only going to cost us 1 soul heart to get in there. Bomba. I think the most common games I associate with Skyrim weather, other than Skyrim, are definitely World of Warcraft. I spent so many winter days playing WoW and raiding that it's definitely the most played game for me during the winter time. Diablo 3 in particular, I played a lot of in the winter time. Isaac, obviously. Strangely enough, FTL. When I was playing FTL on a fairly regular basis, it's mostly due to Lethal Frag and watching his streams. I would do that a lot of the times while watching Frag. And then we'll take Bloody Gust here. And also Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, basically any Monster Hunter game, usually played a lot of, because my friends, again, talking about the times where people are just kind of like isolated indoors during the cold months. You know, they got nothing else to do but to play games. So I get to actually play games with some of my friends that I don't normally get to game with because they've got real jobs, and you know they've got, well, I say real jobs, you know what I mean. They've got normal jobs and work the somewhat normal hours. So I don't really get to hang with them all that often. So that's another good feeling about those times, in winter time in particular. First Hangman card. Could use it if we needed money or something like that, but obviously we don't really care about money at this point. Something I think a lot of people wish they say in real life. Gonna wait for Kidney Stone to run out here before we drop our bomb, otherwise it's just kind of a waste of a bomb. Not that it would be the worst thing in the world, obviously, but yeah. Now, if you really, really wanted to, you could wait till Kidney Stone proc before going on into the boss fight. I don't think it's necessary here. Kidney Stone, you're killing me here. Yeah, that's a lot of booger tears right there. So no, unfortunately, no Devil Deal, but we will head on down. And it is nice having mapping. You see how accelerated our clear speed is of these floors here. Ibilal definitely doing a whole lot of work. Just, it's so nice to have movement speed for what feels like the first time in eternity. This week, anyway. This has been a slow month in every literal sense in terms of our movement speed. But I did see somebody saying, someone was talking about it in the stream the other night, how September was easily, I didn't think that would go through the rock, was easily the best month that we have ever had for runs. And I think collectively that might be true. It's hard to argue with that sentiment just because of the fact that we did have our Omega run, aka the greatest Isaac run of all time, which I stand by that. It really did feel like a complete movie. And during that run, I couldn't believe the lengths that we had to go through to get to the ultimate goal of the Omega run. And then when we finally actually pulled it off, it was like it was really the ultimate Act 3, you know. I was so close to calling it Sinvicta the movie or Isaac the movie, but I really didn't think that that was going to just have enough appeal, so I'm okay with the title now. I was in the dark room. All the Void here. All the Void, definitely something we don't need. But I'm going to take it anyway. It's something that we can charge while also having Kidney Shot. Or Kidney Shot. I'm thinking of Rogues right now. Kidney Stone proccing. Okay. High Priestess card. I think the Soul of Eve is just going to be better for us. Oh, I thought that cage died over here. That was very odd because the animation and the sound made it seem like that one died. Got a little corn fuzzled there for a moment. Well, 31 p.m. and already the boy ain't right. Sorry, Hank. Just I'm so happy that we've got a good run here. Now that being said, hey, let's stop taking this damage here. Worm buddy, long time no see, worm buddy. Worm buddy, this is maybe the right way to go. It is. Okay. I don't know what's up with the game trying to throw all these explosions right in our face as soon as we get into the room. Tech 1. Wow, what a pickup here. Get 3 soul hearts to cap it off, and we are absolutely going to wait for Kidney Stone to proc again. Before fighting Lamb. You thought I wasn't, didn't you? You thought Kidney Stone doesn't act with Tech 1 to Victor. Soul of Eve, sending the birds. Look at all the D-bizzles. Absolutely diggity dunked, and sure, we're going to do a victory lap. You can't not do a victory lap here. 0 Romeo Bravo Foxtrot 9 Charlie 2-0. Especially with us having mapping now. And Tech 1. Tech 1 just sends it over the edge. We're taking a little bit too much damage for me to feel comfortable, though, in that in the dark room. Curse the Blind, we will not politely pass on that. Good luck, Urglings. Coin purse, no thank you. Just a classic victory lap run here. This is not going to be the boss, but it is going to be the item room, I have a feeling. I was going to turn down the sound effects just a hair. Because the Tech 1 shots do actually be very loud. They do be doing some loud. And now, let's see how many episodes it takes before I remember to turn it back up again. So this is the shop and the item room, as I pretty much thought. Deep pockets, yeah, fine. Could take a guaranteed Joker deal, devil deal on every single floor, but I think with what we've shown how efficient mapping is when it comes to clear speed, especially on a run where, you know, we weren't dominant then, but we're definitely dominant now. It's just too important not to have, in my opinion, especially when we can get almost guaranteed nearly full mapping on every single floor. It's just, you know me, you know your boy loves him some mapping. I shouldn't have taken Maw of the Void, because Maw of the Void is ultimately what's costing us most of this damage that we're taking, which is not Maw of the Void's fault, I maintain. People hear that and they're like, oh my god, he's blaming the game. No, seriously, like, anytime I get Maw of the Void, I find myself getting way too close and trying to force use an item that we really don't have to. There's no reason for us to be using Maw of the Void right now. At all. Like, zero. I have a cult is very good. But I do not want to automatically fire. I will use the dice shard, though. And Ouija board gives us spectral and piercing, so yeah. And a tears upgrade, which I will happily take. Go. There's our mapping that I was just talking about. Now that we have piercing and spectral tears, we can just sit back, and now there's really no excuse for us to get hit by using Maw of the Void, because Maw of the Void is totally obsolete here. I'm still going to do it because I'm just used to doing it, but I shouldn't be. Tech 2. I actually prefer Tech 1 here. Dude, does Tech 2 overrides Tech 1, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. We're actually firing Tech 1 and Tech 2 now. We have become Cyberpunk Isaac. This is the transformation I was just talking about not that long ago. That'd be great to see a Robo Isaac. Robo Isaac. Everybody is a Robo Isaac. Dun, 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 dun. The Motorcycle Psycho by Megadeth. Our first guppy item, so you know what that means. Card, yeah, we can take the strength card just so we have something for a Devil Deal. Oh, okay. Okay. And we get Guppy! Let's go! So we have bucked the trend of the Guppy curse. All it took was me mentioning it and the game wanting to prove me wrong. Keep that in mind. We do get Guppy. Thanks to only one Devil Deal item, the rest we just found in that vault. And what a vault it was. There's just lasers flying everywhere. We get another battery, no thanks. I need one, thank you very much. I mean, it really is a laser light show in here. Taurus again, which I'm still not going to take, game. It's an all-around feel-good episode so far, I would say. Took a little bit of bad damage here and there in the dark chest, but I'm not worried about it, especially now. I am really getting sick of these explosive enemies just sitting right next to the door, though. Yep. Look at all those flies. You're already dead, Forsaken. The damage upgrade here with the stapler. And we get Pentagram. No reason for us to take Guppy's Paw at this point, but we would have gotten Super Ultra Guppy. That is another thing, going back to the question of the episode from last week. I would love to see an extended Guppy transformation. If you get every single Guppy item, it should turn you into like this really epic, incredible looking model that has even bigger flies, crazy tear effects. Like give him like a cat form, or like he can turn into like a sort of feral cat and deal like melees, like scratch attacks, or spit hairballs or something. Like that would be amazing, dude. Because if you get Guppy, you're pretty much already going to win anyway. So why not win with some style, you know? I would love to see something like that. But we never will. Wishful thinking. I would love to say that we're going to see something like that, but we can always dream. There's still a very healthy mod community out there for Isaac, and they make incredible stuff that does... I mean, there are some mods that I've seen that just truly transform the game into almost a different looking game entirely. And there's still, you know, everyone always talks about the first-person mod. And while I have played the mod, I'm not a huge fan of it because it was really, really clunky and laggy. It's still the idea of being able to do that with a game like Isaac seems almost like you'd be lying. Say that is not possible, you know. Oh, but it is. Another devil deal here, which, yeah, we're absolutely going to take Lusty Blood. And we continue to fly through the depths here as Guppy. I'm happy that we had an Emperor card. I'm not happy that we just took a bit of damage there. It's just strange because, like, we shouldn't even be taking any damage. We're definitely fast enough, even before we have the Bloody Gust bonus kicking in from taking damage. There's our Fool card. HP upgrade. This is back to square one. I cannot believe that shot. Brother, we were out the door. How in the world did you hit us from there? Wow. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna stick with the Emperor card here because if we do end up getting an item that I want to do boss rush with, I'll probably just end up just yeeting this life. I saw that little kickback there, Spike. I think I didn't notice that. Mr. Mizzle. To me, ain't bad, but it's definitely not something that we need at this point. There's no need for Mr. Me. Polaroid, I'm going to leave that Soul Heart there just in case we do decide to die here, which we won't because there's nothing worth taking in there. Now I'll take it and we'll head on down. Again, having the full mapping here is just, it just takes so much of the guesswork out of, you know, is this the right way to go? Look at the map, all this kind of stuff. How is this Diglett still alive? Oh, it's a champion. You can see it was a champion. Loki's super dead. Here for Tinted Rocks here, real quick. Just doing a brief scan. I know the secret room's here. Lots of troll bombs on this run. No need for us to use the Book of Secrets. We already know where we're going. Super secret room should be north of here. Okay. I think that Tech 2 does cancel out the effects of Kidney Stone, though. 75% deal with the devil failure, by the way. Is, you know, I mean, we say that, and it's not even surprising. Oh, wow, we get another library. So this is interesting. Now, we have burned through pretty much all the available books that are in the game thanks to that reroll so long ago. So this potentially could be some extra items that we can get in here. Or just a library that has nothing but cards in it, because, you know, that's a very common occurrence when you're talking about libraries in the Binding of Isaac. I mean, we see that room all the time, right? I mean, everyone knows, right? I don't know if I'm going the right way, but honestly still kind of pissed about the library. We've already been into the vault. Check out the super secret room real fast here. Got 137 cents. More red hearts that we can't do anything with. You're seeing Athame just tear things to pieces here. Our guaranteed double deal, and boy howdy, what a deal it is. I'm going to enjoy seeing what Alex decided to do for this thumbnail. Because obviously right now I have no clue, but I know that I'm going to call this episode like Cyber Isaac or something like that. I'm going to tell him to do some kind of cyberpunk theme, but make it Isaac. He's going to be like, "See." I'm going to be like, "See." And we're going to go out for some Texas barbecue. But what a run, though. Fantastic run. It's, you know, it was a little bit iffy so far in October, but with this run putting us back on track to have a nice follow-up run to the banger month that was September. Can't go wrong, man. You really can't go wrong with just a classic Victory Lap episode where we steamrolled most of the game and end up getting Guppy when we were pretty much guaranteeing that we weren't going to get Guppy. And Tech 2 and Tech 1 absolutely did some big-time work, especially with Incubus. It was just an all-around good run. If you enjoyed that run, make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Weekends tend to be the weakest attempts at the like streak goal, and I'd like to turn that around as well. So if you'd like to buck that trend, then make sure you click that like button. Get this video to 3,000 likes, and we can go into the next week with under 2 weeks to go on the like streak counter. And thank you all very much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Oliver Went, Steve with a Lisp, Heather Furlong, and RustCarp5956. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.